Today we're talking caffeine and migraines. I'm a migraine specialist, and a lot of people don't realize that caffeine can both trigger and relieve migraines. And I haven't really heard anybody talk about this topic effectively. So I want to make sure you know how caffeine affects your migraines and how you can use it to make sure that you're avoiding migraines as much as possible. Let's go. All right, so the caffeine consumption for migraines can be a pretty tricky topic to cover sometimes because it can have both vasodilatory and vasoconstrictive properties depending on certain contexts. But recognizing that we have pretty clear data on human consumption patterns and how this affects people with migraines. So we know that between 1 to 200 milligrams of caffeine per day has been shown to be very effective for giving people the benefits of caffeine without being provocative for chronification of migraines or triggering a migraine in the moment. So another key factor here is that we want to be consistent with our dosage patterns. We do not want to be drinking coffee some days and then not drinking it other days. Although, you can do what you want and not everyone will have the same reactivity to fluctuations there. But recognizing that if you are fairly prone to migraines, then we want to be aiming for as consistent of a dosage pattern as we can. So roughly the same time each day, and then trying to keep it early in the morning because sometimes caffeine intake later in the day can actually really negatively influence our sleep quality and our ability to fall asleep. And it can actually influence our quality of sleep even without making it harder to fall asleep. So you want to keep that in mind. But the sleep restriction that we see with sometimes occurring with caffeine intake later in the day can actually be a major trigger for migraines too. So the biggest takeaways here are that caffeine intake needs to be done in the morning, it needs to be consistent, and it needs to be fairly low dose, between 1 to 200 milligrams per day. Cheers.